Robert Scoble, I saw you nodding your head. You have your finger, your pulse on the local tech scene as well as anyone. Do you agree with Gavin's?
I'm going amen, amen, amen.
Oh, thank God.
Well, there's 5 things that are joining together, right? We're getting sensors all over the place. If you go to Autodesk, another San Francisco company, they put sensors in all their buildings, right? You're getting more wearable computers, right? So things on our wrist, things on our face, things in I know of a startup coming out in a couple months that has 14 sensors on a shirt to study bodybuilding, and another startup is coming out with shoes with 100 sensors to understand how you run or walk. Add on the social network data. You know, this little company in Twitter, right? San Francisco started, has 500 million tweets a day, and it's doubling every 14 months. So in 14 more months, it'll be 1 billion tweets a day. Add on location data like Waze and Foursquare and Facebook check-ins. You mix those 5 things together, and we're going to get a new kind
What do you have? You have the NSA, don't you?
Basically.
But what's it like then, not having privacy?
No,
Do you like that?
Well, you don't have it either. You know, and none of us. I mean, look, I think there's a couple things that occur to me. You know, I think it's an incredibly important issue, and I'm very concerned about it, as I imagine all of you should be. Not just the NSA issues, the Snowden issues, the WikiLeaks, but what even those that are in positions of power don't know that are going on, particularly with big government and big corporations, which arguably I'm more fearful of, because there's not the checks and balances that exist in government itself. That said, it's clear as well that privacy is now a new form of currency. You can sell it in order to get something in return. And if we're going to have a privacy debate, we've got to have a debate about transparency, because I don't even know when I'm giving up my privacy. Half the apps I download, there's nothing transparent about what I just gave up. And so I think it's incumbent upon those folks down here, a lot of you, to be hyper vigilant about this issue as it relates to be more transparent.
Peter, do we want to give this data to guys like Gavin?
The open data stuff is incredibly powerful, and privacy has become as big a political issue as we have right now, right? So we can't get away from privacy, but it turns out that in aggregate, this public data can do an enormous amount of good in understanding when disease is coming and understanding traffic and being able to predict things. But I think for all of us who work with all of this geeky stuff and work on smart cities, I think we have to realize we're not just part of a tech movement. In a way, this is a political movement. It's a reform movement. If 100 years ago the reform movement came in and it passed the child labor laws and it passed the code so that our buildings didn't collapse, we now need to attack the core of government problems, not just the simple apps, but this is to Gavin's point, we need big reform in where we're spending lots of money, whether it's in healthcare or in these other issues. And the values of the tech industry, which are about openness and about transparency, these are good, positive values in a way, but they'll only express themselves if they're used to improve and make government better. And what's exciting is, I think this is kind of where left and right come together.
What does the end of privacy mean to the profession of a politician?
Well, we never had it, so it's like, welcome to my world. Yeah, it's,